So I'm about to make some homemade bread. I have my bread machine. It's the Elite Gourmet. You can get it on Amazon. And you basically put your ingredients in here, and then you place this inside of this chamber, and then you do your settings. So I'm going to show you how I make our bread. So first off, I use the King Arthur's unbleached organic flour for bread flour. You can find this at Walmart, Publix. I'm pretty sure most grocery stores. So this is the flour that I use. And then we're also going to use this active dry yeast, Red Star brand, for baking in bread machines. Okay, so the bread machine comes with these measuring tools, and you're only supposed to use these measuring tools. So this is the tablespoon, this is the teaspoon, and this is the measuring for cups, okay? So you want to use your wet ingredients first, and then you do your dry ingredients. I'm just putting 1 full cup of water, and then I will do 3 tablespoons of oil. So that's 1. And you can use any type of oil that you like. I like to use, usually I use ghee or tallow, but then also sometimes I use butter, like melted butter, and then sometimes I just go ahead and use olive oil. So it's totally up to you what you would like to use. So just putting 3 full scoops of sugar. That's 2. And 3. So I've got sugar, water, salt, and oil as the wet ingredients. And now I'm going to add the flour on top. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. And so I use 3 full cups of flour, and you put it in there. And then you also want to make sure it's evenly distributed over the top, and then you have like a little bit of an indent for your yeast. Otherwise, the yeast will be activated too soon. So here's the yeast. It's in there. And I also placed it back into the bread machine. Now you just want to close it up and make sure it's closed. You're going to obviously plug it in, because I hadn't done that yet. And on this machine, once it's plugged in, you're going to select what menu item you're doing. So we are doing quick bread. As you can see, that is number 2. So we'll set it at 2. And I am doing 2 pounds, okay? So then you're gonna set the weight at 2 pounds. And I'm not gonna change this setting because I want the crust to be at a medium, not dark. Dark was a little bit too hard for our family, so we wanted medium, where you get a good crust, and then you just press start. And it takes about 2 hours and 5 minutes to complete. And as you can see, it starts stirring all those ingredients and making it into a dough, and then it's starting the process. So that's how I make homemade bread for my family. Now I'll show you what the bread looks like once it's done. And so far, I don't know if you can see it, but it's made a dough. It's kind of hard to see, but you can slightly see it. It stirs it up, and now it's a ball of dough, and it's going to begin the baking process. And we've got about 1 hour and 16 minutes left. All right, so the time is up. That's just like the set time for keeping it warm. And then here's our bread. I'll take it out of the container. It's very hot, so I can't really touch it at the moment. But once I take out the container, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. And the crust is perfect. So I'm just gonna let it cool, and then we will cut it into slices. And that is how I make our homemade